Guys, I need you to understand that foreclosures will start to pick up over the coming months and years because history does repeat itself. And if you're turning on the news right now, you're seeing what go up. You're seeing unemployment numbers skyrocket. And if unemployment is going up, that means there's a lot of individuals in your marketplace that do not have jobs, that just had jobs. And if they do not have a job, they have no income. And if they have no income, they cannot pay their mortgage payment. That will mean a spike in foreclosures. Now, the first thing you need to start doing right now to prepare, if you're very unaware of the strategy, is start understanding which type of state you're in. Are you in a judicial foreclosure state or a non-judicial foreclosure state? I'm going to show you the definitions of those here in a second so you can see, and I'm going to show you which states are one of the other. And I'm going to give you a couple steps to prepare for going forward, guys, so that you can really kind of start with the basics. And I'm going to have probably a couple more videos over the coming month, really breaking down ways to stop foreclosure. There's already a video on my channel if you guys search through it on how to stop foreclosure in multiple ways. But let's dig in here real quick. Let's talk about what the difference is between a judicial and a non-judicial foreclosure state. Okay, guys, this is the first step, understanding which state you're in. Are you in a judicial foreclosure state or a non-judicial foreclosure state? So what's the difference? Right here, you can see what is the difference between a judicial and non-judicial foreclosure. In a judicial foreclosure state, the lender has to file a lawsuit in court, in order to foreclose. In a non-judicial foreclosure state, the lender can foreclose without going through the court system. So that's the big difference. Judicial has to go through the court system. Non-judicial does not have to go through the court system. I'm going to go down here real quick. So what does a non-judicial foreclosure mean? Non-judicial foreclosures happen when a mortgage agreement has a power of sale clause that gives the lender the right to foreclose on a property by itself. Without that clause, the lender has to take the borrower to court in order to foreclose, hence the term. Okay, so which state are you guys in? So I'm going to pull up over here real quick. Okay, guys, we're going to take a look at the judicial foreclosure states as well as the non-judicial foreclosure states. So take note of which state you're in, as well as which states you plan to do real estate transactions in going forward over the coming years, so you can start learning these laws. And then at the end of this video, and it's going to be a quick video, guys, I'm going to show you a couple different ways to control the foreclosure process on the front end, as well as to buy yourself more time if you're working with someone in foreclosure right now. But let's dig into this first section here, which would be the states that are traditionally known as judicial foreclosure states. These are the states that the foreclosure process has to run through a court of law, okay? So if your state is one of these states, guys, you are in a judicial foreclosure state. Now, quick note at the bottom, you can see where it says Oklahoma, South Dakota, and Wisconsin have non-judicial foreclosure provisions in their state laws. Just take quick note of that, guys. However, judicial foreclosure is common. Now, if you do not fall in this section right here, you'll fall in the non-judicial foreclosure state section. And so I am in Texas, so we are non-judicial foreclosure state. So it's good to take a quick note, guys, on this here so you understand this a little bit better. Now, going forward, what I recommend you doing is find a local attorney that is a foreclosure expert in your market. Do so by going to local REI clubs and meetup groups, going on the internet and contacting a few of them and interviewing them, as well as just asking for referrals from other investors who you know are credible in the marketplace. Now, right now, guys, what I want to do is give you a couple other things you can do if you do come across someone in foreclosure to buy yourself more time and give yourself some more control. All right, guys, step 1 down. Let's talk about steps 2 and 3, which would be to get accurate information quickly from the bank itself or the lender itself. And step 3 would be to buy yourself more time. So step 2 would be to immediately ask for third-party authorization to release information letter, or however the bank or lender is going to do this. So as soon as you start talking to someone, let's say they call you tomorrow, they tell you their situation, they're going to foreclosure in 10 days, to help this individual, as well as to do things correctly on your side, you need the best, most accurate information, and that does not come from the seller. If you're working this business long enough, guys, you're going to realize the seller is going to think one thing and reality is another. They may think they only owe $4,500 to the bank, but they may owe $16,000, $20,000 with extra payments, attorney fees, all sorts of other costs could be racked up in this. So what you need to do is you need to explain to them, the best thing I can do to help you in your situation to make sure I can protect your equity and give you the best price possible and get this done as fast as possible and to not take any chances is, let me talk to your bank or lender directly. So each bank and lender is going to have a little bit different process, but you first ask from the homeowner, can I have the access or the information for the lender that you're using? You contact them and you ask the bank or lender, what is the process by which I can go through to have a third-party authorization to release information, go through, and I can contact you directly. Usually this takes about 72 hours. Some are a little bit different. But what you can see here is you do not want to get information directly from the client or the homeowner, but go directly to the bank. Now that you have this information, you can make a better decision on what you need to do going forward. If you need to stop the foreclosure, and I have other videos on this channel talking about this, I'm having other videos coming out. But also, if you need to buy more time, which would be step 3. Step 3 would be the forbearance process. What you need to do is just simply ask the lender, say, hey, look, can we have a forbearance on this property? I can send you all my contracts here that I have with the seller. We're going to be buying this property, but there's not enough time here to get things lined up. Is it possible to have 30 days forbearance, which is extension for when the foreclosure happens? This is the fastest, quickest way to get this done. And so, guys, these are the basic steps I'd be thinking about right now. Understand which type of state you're in, contact an attorney in the area that you're going to be working with, or someone who does this process regularly. Step 2, get that accurate information quickly by getting a third-party authorization to release letter in place, or whatever the lender requires you to do to get access to information directly without the homeowner in the middle. The third step is just to simply get a quick approval of a forbearance, an extension time period, and if not, wait for a future video coming out, guys. We're going to dig into all the different ways you can stop foreclosure. I also have another video, guys, probably connected to this one. So I'll see you guys on the next video. Hope this helps. On the next one.